If you did like to master layers, one common task is the ability to remove backgrounds. Every image that you open has a flat, locked background layer, and most people would attempt to get rid of this white by making it transparent. And in order to make it transparent, they would double-click on the layer, give it a name, go to the magic wand tool, select the white, and press delete. That's at least 3 steps. I am going to select with Control-D or Command-D to deselect, and I will revert back to the last saved version using File Revert. There is a super secret tool that's been in Photoshop for at least 10 years. Underneath the Eraser tool is the Magic Eraser tool. I still have a background. I still have white, but Magic Eraser uses a tolerance setting exactly like Magic Wand that goes from 0 to 255. Higher numbers will wipe out more, lower numbers will wipe out less. And watch this. One click, the layer is named, the background is gone. It did a beautiful job. Let's see that again. If I click on this image, Compact, and I click the white just one time, I have transparency. I can use my Move tool to move that around. I could composite this into other documents. Now, not every shot you receive is only perfect white background. So let's imagine you need a bridge, but you want to drop it somewhere that is not on sky. I could try my Magic Eraser again. And I could click once, but that's only going to remove 32 color levels. So I will undo that. And I will up the tolerance to 80. I will click again, and it removes more. But I am not getting in between these portions where the sky exists. So I will undo one more time, and unchecked contiguous, turning off contiguous grabs non-adjacent or non-touching colors there within the color levels of the tolerance setting. So 80 might be too big. I will dial that down to 50 and click roughly on the same blue of the sky. Now it removed a lot of sky, but I also lost some of the water. So here is a trick. I will undo again, and before using the Magic Eraser, I will make a selection telling Photoshop not to touch the water. I don't have to be careful in the mountains because for the most part they don't contain that shade of blue. So, one more time, I will try the Magic Eraser. Contiguous is still off, one click, and I have pretty much wiped out that sky background, so I could drop a brand new background in where the bridge is. So let's try dropping in another image. I will go to my lesson folder and we will find Nemo in the bridge. There is some graffiti here in Graz, Austria, so a little power user trick. I can use my Move tool, drag up and pause on the word bridge, but do not let go. If you let go here, nothing will happen. You actually have to drag down until you see your cursor changes to a little plus sign at the bottom right, indicating it's copying the entire image to a new layer in this document. So I will deselect and I will move this into position. Then I will name the layer and drag it underneath bridge. Your stacking order affects which object is on top, and then I will name this bridge. And if I want the effect more subtle, I could dial down the opacity of the later just by sliding this a bit. But I often find that is distracting because the checkerboard pattern, so an easier way to do that where you can see a better preview is to go to Layer, New Layer, and I will make one called White. Then Edit Fill, and I can click on Foreground Color and use White. Where it says Use Foreground Color, that might say Use Content Aware, often does that out of the box. I will click OK, and here on the white layer, now I can dial down the opacity or how solid it is to make that background more subtle. That, although it's very different, it is blending a lot better. And we got to this very quickly just by using our Magic Eraser and dragging in a new image. So give the Magic Eraser a try with some of the images you have on a nice solid background. There are different techniques to use if you have a more complex background. My method is typically starting with the quick selection tool and then a refining edge, but Magic Eraser is such a fast and easy way to wipe out a background.